Hi guys, I'm back here with another video. This is a review of my latest belt. It's the WWE scratch logo white Intercontinental belt replica. It's delivered by Paul Martin in the UK. This is one of my favourite belts when it debuted. Everybody knows the story. Cody Rhodes debuted a nugget textured version by Jamar, and Jamar did not have the right to make that belt, so Dave Millican from Midwest made this belt. This is based on the Reggie Classic IC. The only difference, it has scratch WWE logos and white paint, and also the different logo plate. But overall, it's the same as the Classic IC. So let's get into this review. Standard replica gold tip with the screws on the back. This is the Midwest style tooling by Paul Martin with the WWE logo. Now most re-leather people don't use the WWE logo in the straps for copyright reasons, so this is a much rarer strap from Paul Martin, and he doesn't do the logos anymore. Very nice tooling. Paul's work is one of the best in the UK. He's been doing it for over 10 years now. Nice logo plate tooling. Especially with white straps, they are hard to look after. I do try and look after this as much as possible. But even the real ones on TV get damaged and they start to crack. So this logo plate, it's got a really cool feature. Instead of having flat edges, the edges actually curve inwards. I'm not sure why, because the other plates have flat edges like this. But this one, you may be able to tell they do curve in a little bit. Pretty cool little feature. A nice scratch logo. This is one of my favourite belts. I really love the way that the logo looks on this belt. Black background, like the Classic IC. The paint has held up quite well on this replica. It's a pretty old replica. I believe it came out in 2011. Or 2012, I think. So it is a much older replica, but it is one of the best. Solid plate. Now the inner side plate, nice white scratch logo. I do prefer this to the Reggie Classic IC. I think the white logos just really make it stand out. The only problem I had with this and the Classic IC is it's got so much negative space around the plates, and I think the Jamar nugget texture belt fixed that. When it had texture everywhere, it got rid of the negative space and it really looked really nice. I just don't like too much negative space here. There's so much space there and everything. To be honest, I do prefer the textured one a lot more, as it does fix that problem. Again, very nice detail, very deep stamping, about 1mm. This is casted from the original Dave Millican belt, so the details are very good. And the newer replicas are hollow. This one is hollow, but it's only 1mm hollow. I actually checked it. It's only hollow by 1mm on the back, whereas the newer replicas are 2mm hollow, maybe 3. Some of them are even 4mm hollow, like the 2020 United States, the IC. Those are really hollow. This one's only 1mm hollow, and it's very solid. These are solid all the way through, just 1mm hollow on the back, 1mm deep stamping on the front. So they are pretty thick plates. Very nice. Unfortunately, due to the age, this belt does have some tarnishing. It can happen on replicas depending on how they're stored, depending on how they look aftered. It's not too bad from afar, but when you get in close then you can see it. To be honest, I like it. I think it gives it a nice ring used look. Nice black paint on the boots and the trunks of the grapplers. You can really see the detail. Same here, just different grapplers. Same WWE logo, just a different grappling position. You can see the black paint on the trunks and the boots. And even the hair of the grappler. This has one of the better gold plating that WWE do on the replicas. Same here, just mirrored. I think the black paint really makes the grapplers stand out. I wish that the Reggie Classic had a bit of black paint added to it on the grapplers to make them stand out a little bit. But just a very, very nice replica. Nice WWE logo. Crafted by Paul Martin Belts. Paul Martin signature stamp. Again, very nice Midwest tooling. It's a bit harder to see on the white strap, but there you can see the shell tooling in the strap. You may be able to see a bit of damage on the white leather. It's not too bad. There you can see the tarnishing on the plates. Again, it's not too bad from afar, but when you get closer you can definitely see it. Again, I think it does give it a nice little ring used look, so I'm not really too bothered. Scratch logo. This has really deep stamping, as I mentioned, about a good 1mm. You can see there how good the stamping is, and even the paintwork is really good on this. I think this is actual paint rather than the new insert that they use, which normally fall out. To me, I think WWE are being lazy, or the people that make them, they're just being lazy. I think they should do the paint. If you're charging $300 or $400 for a replica, then you should have them properly painted rather than the inserts, which do fall out. But this shade of blue is very nice. It looks different in this light. It's like a nice glossy shade of blue. Blue is my favourite colour, so I really like this belt. Again, deep stamping. Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. I believe this was one of the few belts that actually said heavyweight wrestling, because most of the world titles said heavyweight wrestling champion. So the IC having the words heavyweight wrestling champion was really rare, and I think it gave it a more important feeling. It was as important, well, nothing's as important as the world title, but this was, people knew the IC title was the second best in the whole industry because it did say heavyweight wrestling champion, and it was the workhorse title. Again, the hollowed out stars, very nice, very detailed. On the Nugget IC there are only 5 stars and they are solid. I think I do prefer the solid ones versus the hollowed ones, but they do look really good. So I'll show you guys the back. I want to try and keep this review short as possible. Black backing, nice sealed edges by Paul Martin. Just very nice leather. Anybody that has a belt from Paul Martin will know the quality of his work. Just amazing quality. I think he does a bit more better of a job on the white leather, as due to the age of this belt, it's in pretty good condition. Normally a white leather strap, even a couple of months old, would start to crack. So I think Paul does do a much better job with white leather compared to other makers. But just a fantastic leather strap. So what I'm going to do, I'll put it around the waist, put it on the shoulder, give you my final thoughts, and that will be the end of this review. So that's the belt around the waist. It's nice, it's got a decent curve to it. I wish the curve could have been a bit more on this, because the main plate is pretty wide. But the side plates aren't too big, so they don't really need that much of a curve. You can see how it looks around the waist. Not too bad at all. I'll show you how it looks on the shoulder. So that's how it looks on the shoulder. A very good sized belt. I believe this was actually bigger than the Winged Eagle. That's what I've heard. Or maybe that was the tag team belt. I'm not sure. But this is definitely wider than the Winged Eagle. Really good size. It looks really good. The strap fits perfectly over the shoulder. And you don't even have to hold the belt because it is real leather backing. It just stays on your shoulder. So I'll show you guys the curve on this. It's not a big curve, but it does have one. So the curve, it's decent. You can put half your hand underneath there. The side plates have a very, very slight curve in these, as you can see. Very slight. Even the smaller ones have a very slight curve. So final thoughts on this belt. I really like this belt, one of my favourites. I have had a re-levered version of this before. I've had the network leather version of this before as well. I do think this version's better due to the better plate quality and the artwork as well, as it was casted from the original Dave Millican Midwest version. Again, everybody knows Paul Martin's work, one of the best in the UK, and just a very amazing belt. I have, this will be for sale, as I do want to get a different belt, so I will be selling this. But again, you can see the detail just from here, how deep the stamping is. Really good paintwork. So guys, that's it for this review. I tried to keep it as short as possible. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a like, comment, rate, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you are always notified whenever I upload a new video. I do have more belt videos coming in the next couple of months, so please stay tuned for those. And as always, thanks for watching.